Well, hello everybody. Welcome here. Welcome back. Whatever it takes. I might have to turn that music down just a touch. I don't know if that works or not. But we are listening to 80s horror synthwave mix, The Night He Came Home by White Bat Audio. Carl Casey, permission by Carl Casey. Thank you, Carl Casey. I don't know if I have that in a good spot. But right now I'm taking my old brown, it's really old, brown mascara. And I'm just putting a little bit in here into my facial hair. And I'm going to, so that I don't just keep adding to and adding to, I'm going to take a spoolie and just distribute that around. That way I don't end up with like a lot of product, but I get to kind of move it around and get it in there. Because otherwise it'll end up looking really patchy. Or it'll have just way too much on there. Because I'm not trying to thicken it or anything. I'm just kind of, it gives a little control when I brush it down. It kind of helps keep it in place. It's not so wildly bristly. So I don't know if there's better techniques or things out there. This is what I do. It works for me. I'm not trying to cover up every gray hair because I find that looks really fake. So this just blends it all in. You know, so it works for me. Scooby, no thank you. Now I did not remember to put this on to start, so Scooby, arrête, please. Scooby, arrête. Hey, thank you, mister. Yeah, somebody walked by in the hall. Oh, how exciting. So I am going to do, or my intention today is to do blues and purples. So I thought I should probably start with my, oh, come on. The less time I have to get ready, the less organized I seem to be when I'm doing stuff. If I had nothing important to do, I would be already underway. But there. That would be better. My eyes won't be bugging out now while I'm trying to do this. So I think I want to put just a touch of moisturizer. I'm going to use this Cherry Blossom. It's a body moisturizer. It has a really nice fragrance, but I find a little bit, if I'm putting it on my face, goes a very, very long way for moisturizing. Like I can just, oh yeah, my face feels nice and hydrated now already. Like it's just really nice. But it does have a subtle fragrance of cherry blossom. So if one does not like things that are potentially perfumey or whatnot, then I would recommend not using that. There are lovely, absolutely scent-free things available. I'm going to try and do something here first. I don't usually start out this way, but I think I'm going to. Don't ask me why, I've never done this before, so. And we will see what doing things in a different order does. So I'm just going to start by blending that in. Sometimes the order of things makes all the difference in the world. And I forgot to do a line down the center and highlight my forehead. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful start to the new year. Because I usually go and I put the shadow and stuff like that in first. So I thought, yeah, what if I highlight first? Start with that. See if that makes a difference to the end result. Now, I don't know if I think maybe I do just want to use my concealer as a bit of a eye primer. And I've got to go and get a little powder on here before it starts creasing. So I think that's probably the easiest way to do that. So where is my translucent powder? Now this translucent powder that I'm using, I have had for 35 years. I will eventually have to get a new one. Well, you can't see how much is in there now, but it is getting down now. For a long time, I didn't really have a use for it, so I didn't really bother. You know, trying to see whether it's something I needed. I used it a little bit when I first got it, and back then I didn't really know how to use stuff. Like I got into doing little bits of basic things for other people because I was a hairstylist and I got tired of people coming to me and getting their hair or their makeup done by somebody else after the fact, where I would have the hair done and then they'd clip it out of the way, do the makeup, and then they'd pull it down and then they'd have to try and readjust it, and it was never right. So I thought this way I was able to work back and forth between the hair and the makeup so that everything was done at the same time. But I didn't learn much. I just did very, very, very basic things. And yeah, I know a lot more now than I did back then, that's for sure. Okay, so that's what I'm starting with. And now I gotta stop throwing my palettes around. They're gonna break. They're gonna break more. So I think I'm gonna go, oh, Jesus, I shouldn't drop that up, but I think I'm gonna go in with some of these blues over here. Yes, I just dropped glitter all over myself. That's okay. I don't mind, as long as it's not in my hands and I'm not mucking everything up. So I don't know what color blue to start with. I want something pretty deep. And I want to use one of my little packing brushes. That one, or let's see, where's my other one? Or that one. Let's see, because they've got two slightly different ends. I think I'll just use this one for what I'm trying to do with this. And I'm gonna put it right in here. And I'm not doing tape today, so my eye's gonna turn out however it turns out. And I'm just trying to pack it in there. I don't want to brush it in there. I want to just push that color into the outside part of my eye. Okay, so that's the start of that. And now I want to take a fluffier brush. Which is that a good fluffier brush? That's probably a good one. And I'm going to take a purple. Do I have a good light purple? Not in that palette. So I'm going to check a different palette. Let's see. I did have I think it might be in my Roxasaurus palette. Yes, I have this light purple up in here. I'm going to see if I can use that. Go along the edge and blend that out. So I kind of like how this one's going, but this one isn't going the same at all. And that could be different lighting or the opposite way that your face is not symmetrical. But I definitely have a different shaping thing going on here. But that's okay. And let's see, and I think I'll check this white here. Okay. So I've got about 15 minutes till I'm supposed to be heading out, and I'm not anywhere near ready yet. Let's see. Okay, so I got to go back to my dark palette anyway, with a dark blue in my other palette, and I am going to just maybe stamp it with the same brush. And now I'm going to go and put my white. liner. Okay, so it's been 21 minutes. I've got to get a move on. I've definitely still got to put on my foundation. So let's get going with that. And my Elgin water. And you may have noticed I still haven't drawn on eyebrows. I have no idea where I want to put my eyebrows. So my highlighting is all sort of underpainted. So I have like no contour on, that's just my natural, not highlighted face. So that makes a bit of a difference. Now, I need to find, where's my little slant brush? Let's get slant brush. Because I need to take and I'm just going to do this with eyeshadow. I like that one. Not so much this one. Oh, there's always a good eyebrow and a not as good eyebrow. And sometimes you just have to accept that. Because eyebrows are not the same. So I'm going to take this and go on under here. This go under here. Nice and clowny. Yes. So where is my little brush? Let's see, where's my fluffy brush? Go back in with that. So, yep, running out of time. So much running out of time. And back in with the dark blue. Sometimes it's a matter of just going back and forth, getting like a little foundation, and then you just kind of build up where you want to build it up. Go and along the outside of that again, blend that in. And then I think I want to do purple on the inside here. Or do I want blue? I think I need a quick little bit of contour and some mascara, and I will be ready to go. So let's see, can I do that quickly? Okay, that will have to suffice because I am so running out of time. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm going to say goodbye and I'm going to finish this off because this is slowing me down. So until the next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.